Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Season La Liga Market Watch video focusing on the La Liga Team of the Season. Plenty of deals to be potentially had, prices are free falling left, right and centre. Hopefully you find this useful video folks, smash like, always sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend. All the links are down below for listening to the channel and social media links as always, and hopefully the sniping filters video earlier in the night proved useful for you and kind of supports this video as well. So the first three I'm going to talk about in this video are Oblak, then Busquets and then Piqué, all three back into the Team of the Season for La Liga. Not the most ideal, but regardless, Oblak currently around 130k, Busquets around 95 to 100, and then Piqué around 175, 180k. Now, for me personally, I think Oblak could touch 100k, which would be kind of mental. Busquets could possibly go around 60, 70k. Maybe even as low as 50, we honestly do not know. And then Piqué potentially like 120, 130. There is a lot of room for him to drop a fair bit more. But in terms of cards like Ramos, nobody's really touched the Team of the Season one, with the Team of the Year being quite a... I'm sure it's around about, it's pretty much like the same price nearly for a better card. Hernandez, he's like 90, 100k, and I can see him dropping a fair bit more. If he was a centre back of this version, then I think he'd be a bit more appealing. Jordi Alba's like 450, 460, I think he'll free fall. A big one really to talk about is Parejo. He is like 190, 200k. I honestly think he could go close to 100k, like maybe 120, 140, but there is a lot of room for him to free fall. But I think at the same time he could rebound a little bit to get us a bit poke a bit of profit and a bit of coinage. Kroos is like 350, which is kind of mental for his stats. All you realistically need is shadow on him, boost up the pace, and you're sorted. Sol's like 320 to 350. I would say, looking at his stats, which is pretty beastly in their own right, I would say if you can get him for like 200 to 250, could be a good deal. But I think there will be a lot of room for him dropping down. Guys like Griezmann, I think Griezmann should go under a mil, and I would say if you can get him under 1 million coins, you're going to be probably sorted. Obviously Ronaldo's 4.5, 5 mil, Messi's like 2.5, Suarez is 2 mil, which is kind of crazy money for these sort of cards. But for me, like Ronaldo, if he can go close to his Team of the Year price, which is like 3 million, then I think you're sorted. Messi, if you can get him around his Team of the Year price, would be some doing. But yeah, like in terms of cards, I'm going to be keeping an eye on from a trading perspective is Guedes, Adan, and probably say Roberto, maybe even Felipe Luis. But like Adan, he is like 100k for a 92 raid. Everyone is thinking, oh, he's going to be like the Pope of this Team of the Season. In reality, it'll almost probably feel like Gonçalo Guedes could be like that. But like folk will probably even pack Parejo and feel a bit disappointed when it's like, oh, look at all the Spanish cards that you could have got. Like Parejo is like, you'd say, well, he's got just as good as stats, maybe just better than Sol. Imagine he had like 80 pace on him, he'd be like crazy good. This goes obviously a controversial choice, like 300k. He might free fall a fair bit because people might be like, oh, I don't really want his card, I just want to go and either sell him for cheap. So you could go like 220 mark. Casemiro's like 350, 400. I would say if you can get him for 220, 250, you could be sorted. Buy day usually is like Thursday before the awards, or even Friday during the day. It's just a case of being aware that you've got lightning rounds, you've got YouTubers and streamers that will review these cards, and obviously you've got traders that will talk about individual cards, ones to kind of keep an eye on, and obviously they'll play a part in their own right. But there is so many potential good deals in this. Like to own like a 96 rated card like Kroos for like potentially 200k, anywhere for like 200 to 250 is like going to be some doing. Like for what I'm seeing at the moment, the PlayStation prices as a majority seem to be the ones that are higher than the Xbox, but some of the Xbox prices are actually so much higher than some of the PlayStation prices even. But hopefully you find this useful, folks. Like I will be keeping my eyes peeled as always. Try and I'll tweet out anything that I see to keep an eye on. But like I said, the ones that were in the team season already of All Black, Busquets and Piqué, I think they're going to experience even more significant drops. Smash likes are always, sub to channel for new folks, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend, and I'll catch you all later.